Welcome to Frackulous, the show with an omnibus which is now available on iTunes, which is good news for us and hopefully good news for you. Go subscribe, each subscriber wins a smile. There's little doubt that tablets are going to revolutionise the way lots of people consume magazines, but at the moment the world is lacking in both the tablets and the magazines, which makes the launch of iGizmo on the iPad something rather interesting and popular if its #1 ranking in the iTunes store is to be believed. It's the first UK tech magazine to come in an iPad-friendly version, although T3 is launching something imminently. If you've ever read Wired on the iPad, you'll find similar features in this. There's things to click to get more information, photos to zoom, and embedded video. Ooh, who's that? Yes, I have shoehorned my very own face into it. I'm omnipotent, in a really rubbish web-type way. Not like God, obviously. There's tech news and reviews galore, and let's face it, there's probably no sillier Venn diagram than the gadget fan iPad owner one, so no wonder it's popular. You might expect to have to part with some cash for this monthly mag, in keeping with its publishing brethren, but you'd be wrong. It's free. This week's celebrity app request comes from Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses fame. With 10,000 dates scheduled in the next 3 weeks, tax bill anyone? He's after an app that will help him keep his notorious degree of professionalism on tour. Unfortunately, Axl can't make it to the studio today. He's currently making sure all 41 of his rider requests are adhered to, including 2 bear-shaped tubes of honey. True story, allegedly. However, we've got just the app for Axl to make sure he doesn't make one of those awful "Hello, Denmark!" Oh, sorry, Dagenham mistakes. Google Goggles has just been released for the iPhone, which means every time Axl touches down in a country, all he has to do is take a photo of a famous landmark to have all search results returned to him through the magic of visual search. It'll also allow him to take photos of barcodes, products and the like, to get prices for purchasing online. Great news for anyone on a budget. Axl. And good news for non-celeb iPhone owners, you may be getting the goggles a good 6 months later than Android users, but the interface does look a bit cooler. It was worth the wait, right? If the past few months have taught me anything, it's that Android owners are an inquisitive lot. And lo, here's another Android-related question. And it goes like this. I spent loads of money on my HTC Desire contract. How can I use my phone to save me money? Cheapskate, you're in luck, because Skype has just launched an app so you can make far cheaper VoIP calls. It's very simple to use. Just log in with your Skype account details and you'll find all your contacts there within the app. You can also choose for it to add those contacts to your main contacts folder on your phone, where they will appear with a green circle next to them if they're available. There's the choice of calling or IMing for each contact, but it's not perfect. Well, actually it is, but only if you're on Wi-Fi. Lose Wi-Fi and the call quality drops. It can occasionally appear as if you're ringing someone when actually it's not ringing at their end, and sometimes chat messages just never come through. The other thing is that chat messages appear as notifications in your status bar, which are very easy to miss. So there you have it, a step in the right direction and a definite bonus if you travel a lot and want to make calls from hotels and conferences with Wi-Fi. This week's challenge is based around the fact that when I was thinking about this week's show, I was hungry. Yes, we're talking food apps.
The main advantage of the Domino's app is you don't have to talk to a real person to place your order, which, until we've got robot butlers, is the next best thing. It will find the nearest open stores to you, and then you can start customising your pizza. Pinch to change the size, drop on the toppings you want, and there are even advanced options like half and half available to you. And if you simply can't decide, there's even a pizza slot machine. All in all, an excellent food app. Probably best not to put it on your home screen though.
In contrast, Epicurious is for those with more than 10 minutes to spend on their food decisions. There's a time and a place for sofa pizza time, hungover Sundays mostly, but sometimes you want a bit of culinary inspiration so you can whip up a storm. This iPhone and Android app allows you to search over 25,000 recipes by things like course or ingredient, save favourites and build shopping lists of what you'll need. In fact, you can go from hungry to 3-course meal in the time it takes you to walk through the first aisle of Sainsbury's. And when you get home, just turn the recipe on its side to follow it step by step. Magic.
Windows Phone 7. 3 words that have filled the internet for the past 5 days. The anticipation around Microsoft's latest mobile OS is immense. But luckily, you need anticipate no more, as we've got a real-life Windows Phone 7 phone in our very own phone hands. The first thing you'll notice about the HTC HD7 is its huge 4.3-inch touchable face. The downside is that it makes the whole handset pretty large and not overly pocket-friendly, but there's simply no way you can have both. That's just physics. Despite its large front end, it's pretty thin, although its curved back still makes it thicker than an iPhone 4. The big screen makes for an excellent private cinema, and there's even a flip-out stand at the back so you can go hands-free. The touchscreen is accurate and responsive, and the 1 GHz processor means it can keep up with all the whizzy, floaty, twisty demands of Microsoft's on-screen candy. You can fill its brains with 16 gig of content, which is the most you'll find in the first batch of Windows Phone 7 handsets. The hardware is only half the story, and while there's no denying the Windows Phone 7 interface is super desirable, it's the apps that will really decide its fate. And we won't know exactly what will be available until next week. But with social network plumbing built in, cloud services sticking out everywhere, and Xbox Live thrown in for good measure, there really isn't anything more Microsoft could stick in there other than free cash to assure its success. If you do want a Windows Phone 7 mobile, then this is easily one of the best available. O2 has snaffled the exclusive rights, and you can pick one up from free on a £40 per month 2-year contract, or for £379 pay as you go if you're a commitment phobe.
There you have it. New apps, new hardware to go with your new apps, and a new way to subscribe to the Omnibus, iTunes. See you next week. Want more? There is a veritable plethora of options available to you. Follow us on Twitter. Fan us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on iTunes. Tell us your thoughts in the comments at www.frackulous.com, and finally email us on yo@frackulous.com. Phew.